What if every morning, before you wake up, an AI agent goes out there to different news websites, it gathers the news, and it filters down what is important to you. It then formats it in a way you can easily digest and then sends you an email before you even wake up. That is exactly what we are going to build in this video. But first of all, let's understand what an AI agent is. By definition, an AI agent is an autonomous system that receives data, it makes rational decisions, it operates within its environment to achieve specific goals. Now, that definition is too technical, but what that means is an AI agent is a system that has its own brain, or it can think, and then it has tools around it that it can use to perform specific tasks. And in most times, the brain is the large language models. In this video, we are going to use a tool called n8n to create our very first AI agent. And n8n is an automation workflow platform that has building blocks called nodes that can be connected to perform specific tasks. And each node performs its own specific task. There are two ways to set up our n8n instance. The first one is to use the cloud-based n8n version, and it is paid. Of course, it gives you a 14 days trial period. The second way, it is to use your own self-hosted n8n, and for that you have to set it up on your local server or a virtual machine on the cloud. We are going to use the n8n cloud version. So let's get started. So to get started, you're going to head over to n8n.io. But first of all, let's talk about pricing so you know what to expect. If you're using the cloud version of n8n, then you have to know that the starter plan starts at $20 per month. But if you're using the self-hosted n8n, then you don't have to pay for these fees, but that means you have to have a place where you can host it. It can be on your local PC or on a VPS on cloud. What I would encourage you is, if you're just getting started, then just sign up for the free trial. So you're going to go to sign in or get started, and then they're going to enroll you in their first trial. You don't have to add any credit card or that. Once you've done that, you're going to sign in to n8n. Since I already created my account, then I'm going to go to my instance. But if you're new to this, then you can click on start a free trial. So I'm going to head over to my instance. So this is how the n8n platform looks like, but let's just get a brief overview of the platform itself. So if you go here, you'll see that when you click this plus button, there is new workflow, new credential, new project. New workflow is you getting started creating a new workflow. That's what we're going to click. But the new credentials is when you're using different tools within n8n. For example, the Google node. There are so many different nodes in n8n that they may need you to authenticate with. Then you're going to create credentials for those. And then there is projects. In this case, a new project would just allow us to create a new project, like a folder sort of, where we can place related n8n workflows together. So that's about that. The rest you can go through the platform and figure out. We're going to go on the press button and create on new workflow. I have shared the workflow that we're going to use in this video, and the link is in the comment in the description below. So what you're going to do is you're going to head over to these three dots. You're going to click that, and right there is duplicate download, and down there is import from URL, and then there is import from file. We're going to click on the import from file, and this is going to take us to our file system. I'm going to select the n8 workflow that I've downloaded, and you can see this is the n8n workflow that we're going to work with. They are two exclamation marks or three exclamation marks which are in red. And this is because you have to set up the credentials for these nodes. I'm going to show you how you can set up some of these nodes. For the Gmail node, I have a link that will take you to a tutorial that will show you how to set up the Gmail node. So you can see this is our AI agent, and let's get started and look at it. So to get started, let's first of all understand what these are. What you're looking at here are different n8n nodes connected together. And here we have a node, it says it's a schedule trigger, and then we have a node called an AI agent. And like I said, when you're talking about AI agents, that means you have a brain somewhere here and you have tools that you can access to perform different tasks. And in this case, the tools, as you can see, are these RSS feeds. And these are within each RSS feed, we have a link to a different news site that we are getting the RSS feed information from. And you can see another tool is the Gmail tool, which allows us to send an email once we have compiled everything together. Another thing that we said is the brain. In this case, we have this NVIDIA Nemotron model, which acts as the brain of this AI agent. We also have an open AI chat model here, which you can use as the brain. So for the brain, you can select different models that you want to use depending on the specific task that you want to perform. So it's very important to know that for any n8n workflow, we start with the trigger node. And for the trigger node, we are saying what triggers this workflow to execute. So in this case, we've added what we call a schedule trigger. With a schedule trigger, what we're saying is you should execute this node or this workflow at these very specific times. So in this case, we have added an expression here, which is a cron, but you can set, for example, seconds, minutes, hours, days, maybe every day, once a week, once a month, or on this very specific date. So that is about the trigger node. The next thing that we have is the AI agent itself. So for each AI agent, we need to provide two specific things. We have the user prompt, which is the message that instructs the n8n, not the n8n, but which instructs the AI agent what to do. So in this case, we are saying it should fetch the news from all the RSS feeds and summarize the highlights and send me a daily digest email. So that's what the user prompt is doing. And then apart from the user prompt, another thing that would be important is the system prompt. Now, in the system prompt is where you provide enough information on how the agent has to operate. So in this case, we are giving it all the necessary steps on how it has to operate. In this case, in our use case, we are saying the AI agent, first of all, has to go through all the different RSS feeds, and then it is going to gather all the news for that day. Once it has gathered all that news, it is going to filter those news according to what I want. So in my case, I'm interested in uh, categories like artificial intelligence, software and app development, hardware and devices, cybersecurity and privacy, startups. So you can specify all those categories within the instructions. So it is going to get the news first of all, and then it is going to filter out only these categories that I'm interested in. So that's the second step. And then once it has done that, it is going to craft an email. So once it has figured out all the important news, it is going to craft an email. And the last part is it is going to send that email to me. So it is going to use now the email node to send the email. So that is how the AI agent is going to operate. And you will see that it will go to the brain and think about that, and it is going to understand which node it has to use, and then it will go back to and fro until that task is done. And that is the good thing about AI agents. They can operate on their own. So let's talk about the different models that are there. In this case, you can choose all sorts of different AI models. The most AI models that people use are the OpenAI AI models. In this case, what I preferred was to use the GPT 4.0 mini because it has the ability to think through, so it gives you better output. But if you want a free version, then I found a good AI model for you. You can use the NVIDIA Nemotron chat models, and these are provided by NVIDIA for free. I'm going to send the link. I'm going to share the link in the description below. And all you have to do is go to NVIDIA. It is build.nvidia.com. You go there and then you sign up. You have access to all these models. You create an API key. Once you've created an API key, you can come here and use that API key. Um, I'm going to show you exactly here. So in this case, this is my local hosted n8n. So in this case, you see that I have an NVIDIA account here. And if I click on edit, you see that I have to provide the API key, and I'm using the Nemotron 3 Ultra, and this is the model that I found to have the best results. But you can choose any models from here. I'm going to share the link to the NVIDIA Nemotron models, like I said. And if you have any questions on that, you're going to let me know. But if you want the free version, then use the NVIDIA Nemotron chat model. If you want to use the paid um, OpenAI model, then you can use the OpenAI chat model. All you have to do is to create an API key for that as well. Once that's said, then let's execute this workflow and see how it operates. All right, so now I'm going to click on execute, and we're going to see together how this operates. And now it has started the execution. It has gone to the brain of the AI agent, and we're going to see soon enough um, it going to the different RSS feeds to get the news. And you can see it has gone through all the two RSS feeds. It has gotten the news. Now it will structure an email and send it using the email too. You can also go down here and look at this to see which node is executing at that moment and the output for each and every one of these nodes. It has taken 2 minutes at the moment before even sending the email through the email too. And I suspect that it has to do with the chat model that we are using. But um, from the testing that I did, I found out that the Nemotron 3 was giving the best results. So that's the one that I used. And you would also see that if you used the OpenAI chat model, I think this task would have been done quicker. So those are the trade-offs that you also have to know when you're choosing the model that you want to use. If you go for the free ones, then you may face things like these. Uh, if you opt to use the OpenAI chat model, then that could be faster as well. And from here, we can see it has timed out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the Nemotron chat model and replace it with the OpenAI chat model. So we're going to learn this again. And the OpenAI chat model has managed to send the email. I'm going to go and check my email and show it to you. So this is my email, and you can see the email is right here, October 9th, 2023. The date is pretty much wrong there. But if you look at it, you see that we have the headlines here and the OpenAI files confidentially for IPO. Apple's WWDC 2026 highlights AI updates. And once it has done that, you also see that there are top stories here with a bit of explanation and also link to the specific website that you can find this news article. And those are the things that you can get from this AI aggregator or news digest. It can go every single morning and search out the top news for you and send them to your email inbox for your consumption. So that's what we wanted to build in this video. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, have a great time.